Hello, hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I wanted to bring you a little workout designed for busy mums or busy people. You can do this workout with your baby, but feel free to bribe them with toys and snacks. There will be an opportunity to bring them into some of the movements, but it is very much a workout designed for you. So we will get started because I am definitely on borrowed time. This is Navy, she's 8 months old and she crawls and wriggles a lot. So let's see how much we can get done before she's had enough. So bringing your feet together, bringing your pinky toes together and opening the soles of your feet like a book. You can bring your baby in between your legs. And we're just going to take a moment here just to arrive. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. There will be many distractions as we move through this practice. So try to welcome them and embrace them. Life is never linear. Life is all about distractions and often our lives are not perfect. So this is a great test to your yoga practice to be able to cultivate a little bit of sense of peace and calmness in between all of the chaos. So as we move through the practice, just try to welcome anything that comes up. On your next inhale, leaning over towards the right and rolling forwards. Leaning all the way over to the left, we're drawing circles with our hips. You coming with us? Round we go. Taking a few more like that. And then change the direction. Coming over towards the left. Ripple and rolling back. And just get a sense of the sit bones connecting to the mat. As you roll through your pelvis. And then bringing your right hand down towards the mat and reaching your left arm all the way up and over. On the exhale, sinking down, twisting over towards the side. You can keep a bend on the elbow that's on the mat so that you can find a little bit more depth here. And just see if you can send your breath into your side ribs. On your next inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, dropping your right arm to the mat, left arm to the mat, right arm all the way up and over. This is absolutely a challenge. Breathing here. One more on each side, this time bringing your left arm all the way, right arm all the way down towards the floor, rolling through and opening up once more. One more on the opposite side. Beautiful. And then coming back into center, crossing over your legs and coming into all fours position. And then this one always feels good for our lower back, dropping your lower back, lifting your chin. And then for your cat, you're tucking your chin to your chest, arching, rounding your spine. Inhale. Exhale, push the world away, tucking your chin to your chest. Twice more like that in your own time, in your own breath. The next time you come to a neutral spine, bringing your right leg all the way out to the side, planting your foot, and then dropping your glutes all the way back to your heels. Walking your hands out a little bit more, an option to drop your forehead to the mat. Feel a sense of your hip opening up. just hold it there. As you come back up, pushing the weight into your palms, bringing your chin all the way to your chest and cultivating that cat-cow motion again as you ripple, roll your chest all the way forward. And on the exhale, sinking your hips, dropping back down towards your glutes. Think about you're moving through, honey, super slowly, like a wave in the spine. And then coming back up to center, bringing your right leg all the way up behind you, planting down into your right arm, balancing table, hold it there. And then dropping your left hand to the mat, dropping your right knee, walking your hands back towards your knees as you come into a seated position. From here, bring both of your arms up in front of you like a zombie, and then twisting open towards the right. Think about a bow and arrow, so rolling the shoulder back, dropping your hand towards the back and bringing it all the way back up. Bringing your elbow back, looking over your shoulder, all the way down. Navy Ray. Twice more like that. And the next time your shoulder comes back and you drop your hand to the mat, planting your right hand there, left arm goes all the way up and back. Find a mini back bend here. Coming all the way back up to center, planting your hands down, tucking your toes, pushing into your heels as you come into your forward fold at the back of the mat. You can keep a bend in the knee here if it allows you to find a little bit of more space within the back. Dropping your head and neck. Just feel each of your vertebrae slowly coming apart. Pushing into your heels as you roll all the way up to standing. Arms go high on the inhale. And exhale, coming all the way back down into your forward fold. Push the world away, halfway lift, flat back. And on the exhales, plant your hands down, walking your hands towards the top of the mat and your baby. Dropping your knees to the ground, finding all fours, and we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Taking your left leg out towards the left, planting down into your foot. And then dropping your glutes all the way towards the back of the mat. You can drop your forehead to the mat. And feel a sense of opening in that left hip. Tune back. And then pushing into your hands as you come all the way up once more, keeping that left leg lifted, and then raising your right arm into a balancing table. Remember to breathe here. A lot of us have a tendency when we're holding shapes to hold our breath, and we should actually do the opposite. In times of tension, can you tell your nervous system that it's actually okay to be here? Dropping your right hand down to the mat, dropping your left knee, walking your hands again towards the back of the mat, towards your knees, and come into a seated position. On your next inhale, raise both arms up. And on the exhale, we're twisting over to the left, that bow and arrow on the left-hand side. Dropping your hand to the mat and rolling back through. Navy, Ray. Shh. This time when your hand comes towards the back of the mat, placing your left hand down, raising your right arm all the way up to find a mini back bend here. If it feels good, stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can lift the hips. Dropping your glutes back down towards your feet. Placing your hands to the mat, tucking the toes, again finding that forward fold at the back of the mat. We're not here for long, halfway lift. Exhale, coming all the way down. On your next inhale, raise the arms up, coming into your chair pose at the back of the mat. Holding it there. Think about sinking your hips lower. And then shifting the weight into your left foot as you inhale, rise, lifting your right foot into a right angle here, bringing your knee in towards your chest. On the exhale, crossing your right ankle over your left knee as you come into your figure 4 hold. Placing your hands in prayer, option to push your hands together, open up the shoulders a little bit more, feeling the stretch in between those collarbones. Inhale, bringing your knee up. Exhale, warrior 3, float your back foot. Feel a little bit of heat on that left thigh, left leg. And welcome any wobbles. Dropping your right foot towards the back of the mat. As you plant your hands, walk your hands out into a downward facing dog. Woof! Downward facing dog. Keeping your right foot lifted as you find your 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hips. And then on the exhale, slow as you can, bringing your knee towards your nose and then stepping it through into a fallen triangle, keeping your right hand planted, left arm goes high. Yeah. High. Holding it there. And then dropping your left hand towards the mat once more, coming back into that 3-legged down dog. If you hear any pops in my hip, I don't know if the camera picked that up, but trust me, it felt good. And then bringing your knee to your nose once more, and this time stepping your right foot all the way outside of the mat for your lizard lunge. Once you're in your lizard, sinking your hips lower. Holding it there. In your lizard, placing your left palm down, right arm comes all the way up for a twist. Think about sending your hips down towards the mat. And then placing your right hand down towards the mat and stepping back into your plank, dropping to your chest as you come all the way up on your inhale into cobra. Tucking the toes, going back into your downward facing dog. Walking your feet back towards your hands as you come towards the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Utkatasana, chair pose. Holding it there. Come back to the breath. And this time, bringing your left leg high. Your knee coming in towards your chest. And on the exhale, crossing your left ankle over your right as you come back into your prayer pose. Find a sense of lengthening in the spine and connecting to the breath. On the next inhale, raise your left leg up. Exhale, warrior 3. Float your back foot. Amazing. And then stepping your back foot towards the back of the mat. Dropping your palms towards the mat and stepping back into your downward facing dog. Option here to drop to your knees, find a child's pose. Forehead can come down to the mat. And just take a moment here to settle. Where does the mind wander to when we come into postures or positions where we're holding a little bit more tension? Can we remind our nervous system that it's okay to be here? On your next inhale, pushing the weight into your palms, rolling up through your spine, tucking the toes and coming back into your downward facing dog. Left leg goes high on the inhale. Exhale, bending your foot towards your glutes and then twisting open. Open up the hip here. Push the world away, actively pushing into your palms. Making sure you're dropping your head and neck. Don't hold any tension there. And then on the next time you inhale, bringing your knee towards your nose and then stepping your left foot all the way through and twisting open for a fallen triangle. Holding it there. Navy Ray. Hi. 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 Holding it there. And then dropping your right arm back towards the mat, sending your left leg high, three-legged dog. And then on the inhale, stepping your left foot outside of both of your palms, finding your lizard. Are you very talkative today? Yeah, you are. Is it because Mummy's talking that you feel like you should talk as well? Yeah. Sinking your hips down towards the mat. Energetically shifting the weight into your right palm as you twist open towards the left. Left arm goes high, sense of stacking and opening through the shoulders. Placing your left palm down back onto the mat and then step your back foot outside of your right palms, coming into your yogi squat, malasana. Dropping your glutes towards the mat, hands in prayer, energetically sending your elbows into your knees. Finding an opening within the hips. And then dropping your glutes towards the mat. Opportunity here to grab your baby. Come here. Hey. And you can sit them on your belly. And you can sit them on your belly as you slowly lower all the way down. Coming down onto your back. And we're just going to take a few pelvis twists here. Sorry, pelvic lifts. So think about your hip bones. You can even put your hands on your hip bones. Sit your baby onto your hips. And then slowly tilt your hips towards you. So you might find a slight raise off the mat. Sending your hips towards you. You might feel a slight lift off the mat. And then energetically sending your hips down and finding that little arc in the spine. Just here, there's a little gap in between. And we'll just take a few more like that, tilting your pelvis one way and then the other. And then coming back to somewhere in between, a bit of a neutral stance as you push the weight into your feet and rise your hips up. Dropping your glutes towards the mat and then rise your hips up once more. Think about rolling each vertebrae down as slowly as you can as you come back towards the mat. And then peel each vertebrae off and coming all the way up into your bridge pose. Option to stay and hold it here, or if you want a little bit more, you can ground down into each foot, ground down towards your right foot and lifting your left leg high. And then dropping your left foot towards the mat and sending your right foot all the way up. Holding it there. If you do have your baby, you might have an extra 7 kg of weight onto your hips. Dropping your right foot down and dropping your hips all the way back down. You can bring your baby to lie on your chest. As you take your legs out towards the mat. Lying down here in our final resting spot. If you want to take any final movements to make you relax and feel good, then please do. Otherwise, I think this is my cue to go because she's had enough. I hope you enjoyed that workout and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. If you made it to the end, you're an absolute trooper and I will definitely bring you a lot more calmer yoga videos next time. So thank you so much for joining us and namaste.